Welcome back to the channel. Tell me in the comments down below, what is your favorite overall vehicle in War Thunder? Doesn't matter if it's a plane, tank, or boat, helicopter, all that junk. Tell me what you guys think. Now, today we're going to be trying to fight the F-15, which is debatably... Well, no, it is a better airframe, just in general. Oh, we're screwed here. We are screwed. The flanker's good, but not in these scenarios where it's like a 1v1 type of deal. Even the F-15, I would say, beats it in BVR, all that fun stuff. Oh, he didn't have a chance to shoot? Oh, shoot. I forget, he has missiles. We're going to use the terrain here. Running out of countermeasures. That's a missile. Whoa, okay. That's not good. That's really not good. I'm sure we're fine. This is good. This is totally fine. The jet is supposed to do this, actually. Oh. Yeah, no, we're not getting those on. We're not getting up there. Now, the F-15 flight model compared to the flanker, we all know the F-15 wins 9 times out of 10. It can outrate, it can out-energy, and it even has extremely good pull in the one circle. Although the flanker should be able to win the one circle, the reason I don't do it in this is because I will bleed all my energy and die. So I try to extend a little bit so we could at least get maybe a head-on potentially. The great equalizer in this fight is the R-73 because it just pulls so much AOA, it can pull into circles. So that's what you really have to utilize when fighting an F-15 or an F-16, or really anything in the flanker, just because its flight models, it's not the best. But you can see here that I believe we trade. Is it here? Oh no, we miss. Eventually we do trade, but the flanker definitely can compete. I have to sort of force the F-15 into a jousting match to where I can still have my energy without pulling too much AOA, because the flanker just bleeds so much, but that happens when you pull full deflection. I mean, that's just part of the jet. You can see here we trade, and I mean, it's better than dying to the F-15, right? But now we're going to switch to sim. So right now we're in sim, and the flanker and F-15 have different flight models. So what I do is basically go for a fast merge, which traditionally you wouldn't do with the flanker. Most pilots, they'll go for a one circle at a slow speed to just get lead on the target, but doing that with the flanker, you bleed all your speed, and it's extremely hard to get back, especially when you're fighting a fighter like the F-15, which currently he's on a low fuel load with 9Ms, so he only has 2 9Ms, so he's relatively light and can maintain his energy a lot better than me. So what I do is I kind of let him get on my 6, not intentionally, it kind of just naturally happens, and I realize, okay, well, since he's on my 6, I'm not going to pull a Cobra or anything crazy like that. I'm going to slowly have him overshoot instead of doing a drastic maneuver where I bleed all my speed. Even though we get it to 180 knots, which is relatively slow, but around here, the reason I do that is because I'm like, okay, well, we can get into a spiral scissor, I guess, going all the way down. And that's good for the flanker, especially when the F-15's low. You can see we got him to a fairly low speed right now, and if he exits the fight to use his energy or whatever, he can't really do that effectively without me just sticking on his 6, because we're both at a low speed. And you can see here I kind of just stay right behind him, which is a perfect spot for me. If he goes out of the fight, I'm just going to launch an R-73 or get guns on, so he's forced to keep turning. Theoretically, he could go into a rate fight, and if I miss or my missiles don't hit him, he could get out of this situation. But again, it's extremely hard when a flanker's just right behind you. But you can see he goes for like a spiral sort of climb, but I launch an R-73, and that finishes the fight. So if you're gonna fight an F-15, or really any jet with better energy retention than you, which is most of them at top tier, you do need to play the energy fight to actually kill the Eagle, but it doesn't work every time. There are, you know, incidents where it won't work. Let's go to the next match. Now in this last fight, like I said, there are exceptions. You could see right now we merge with him at again, a decently high speed. We're going Mach in the merge, and that's just so I could keep my energy as much as possible. If you're pre-flaring, you should be okay versus the 9M. Sometimes it will kill you, but again, I trust the airframe, I trust the flares. Again, it doesn't work every time, but you could see he did launch a missile. It exploded over there, but I got lucky. Now, I'm trying to stick on him. Right now, I'm at a pretty low energy state. This is not where you want to be, especially if you're under the F-15. That's not good. You want to be above the F-15 with more speed, but in a scenario like this, I mean, you don't have many options when you get to this area besides, you know, the geometry you have to work with, which is, you know, below you, downwards, going down. That's all you have to work with. So once you hit the deck, you're pretty much gonna die because you'll be stuck in a rate fight unless you run for the mountains or something and play some trickery. But you can't bet on that all the time. So you just have to use your altitude, your geometry, all that fun stuff. But you can see here, it's not working. The Eagle it just has so much energy, and it's able to keep up its turn a lot better than we are. So here I'm like, okay, I'm gonna reverse it. I'll try to go for one circle. That's the flankers pros, and I theoretically could have got a shot there, but I missed. So if you're a better shot, you could potentially kill the Eagle there, but I do miss. And we only have one R-73 left. You can see he's starting to rate us once again, and the circle just keeps closing and closing, and the flanker just has no speed. And I think this is what people are talking about when they're like, oh, the flight model on the flanker, it's bad or whatever, it's not accurate, yada yada, which again, I really don't know if that's true. I've never, like, no one ever pulls out documents. I haven't researched it, so who knows. But what I do know is the flanker does bleed a lot of speed, and the Eagle's just able to outrate it. So overall, very fun dogfight. Tell me what you guys think in the comments down below, and take care.